You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about Spurs head coach Gregg Popovich. And of course, guys, you guys know I like to call him Gregg Popovich because this man is extremely woke. Along with Warriors head coach Steve Kerr, they are the two most vocal NBA coaches when it comes to politics. These guys are so political, man. Steve Kerr, as you guys know, has been talking about guns and everything like that. And just when you thought the NBA was turning a corner with the ratings, he comes out and he speaks about guns and things like that. And people are turning off the TVs because game one, the ratings for the NBA Finals, the lowest in 15 years. Yeah, and Steve Kerr had a lot to do with that. Now, Gregg Popovich, he is really irrelevant now because ever since Tim Duncan retired, Popovich has done pretty much nothing. So he has a lot of time on his hands now since he's not in the playoffs anymore. And he was actually at a rally in Uvalde, Texas, and the whole Uvalde thing has become extremely political. People on the left of the political spectrum believes, that just taking away guns and implementing more gun laws to take away your rights is going to solve the problem. They still don't recognize, folks, that criminals are going to be criminals and that you, the law-abiding citizen, needs to protect yourself. But Gregg Popovich here went on the attack of white men, old white men at that. Check this out over here on Outkick. Gregg Popovich says he's tired of 50 and 60-year-old white men screwing up all our lives. And last time I checked, folks, Coach Popovich, he is 73 years old and he is a white man. So I'm assuming, that he's throwing himself in the boat with the other white men that are 50, 60, and 70 years old. But we know this is not the way that white liberals actually think. This guy is a complete moron. Now, there's two clips here. I'm only going to play the second clip here because the first clip, he's talking about politicians and political power. But the second part here, he just really kind of goes off and makes himself look stupid. So let's go ahead and play this clip right here, guys. And you will see Coach Popovich doing what he does.
Millions who aren't voting, we got to get them all out next election, and we got to vote them out of there so that we can save our children.
And he's talking about voting again, talking about voting out the politicians, because he wants socialists to be put in there like Beto O'Rourke, who wants to take away guns. And we know that Popovich even has to know that's not going to fly in Texas. Texas is a very, very gun-friendly state. You take away people's guns, you're not getting voted in.
Because I'm sick and tired of 50 and 60 and 70-year-old white men screwing up all of our lives because they're selfish and really care about nothing else but their position. And they'll say, oh, that's unpatriotic or that's mean.
Well, it is unpatriotic and it's also unconstitutional. The Constitution, when it comes to the Second Amendment, says that the government shall not infringe on the rights of the citizens. But, socialists like Gregg Popovich doesn't care about the Constitution.
No, it's frickin' true. So I'm going to give you a break because I got to save some for later. But please take seriously the fact that you demand to stop being lied to and treated like you're idiots. They are the people who are almost too smart because they think they're tricking us. And the only way we can get that message is if we vote. So get after it, stick together with it, and save our children. Thank you.
And I want to be real, folks. I'm all for voting. But voting was not going to stop what happened in Uvalde. And it's kind of interesting, guys, that he says that he's sick and tired of 50, 60, and 70-year-old white men screwing up our lives. What about the lives of the people that Salvador Ramos took in Uvalde? And guess what, guys? He is not a white man. He is not. Popovich won't even talk about the actual gunman. This is how pathetic he is. The gunman was a non-white man, and he is the one that took the lives of 21 people. And there is no politician, Democrat or Republican, that could have stopped what happened. But Popovich is such a woke loser. To him, he wants to push a political narrative and make this whole thing political. He's a moron. He even went after Ted Cruz, because Ted Cruz is a Republican. It says here he also lambasted politicians such as Ted Cruz, Republican from Texas, for focusing on the mental health crisis in the U.S. rather than instituting gun control policies. What policy would have stopped that shooting? What policy? There's none. Says Cruz 51 falls in the category of white men who screw up everyone's lives, according to Wokovich. Yet Cruz's father was born and raised in Cuba. Though it went largely unnoticed per the Washington Post in 2016, Cruz became the first Latino candidate to win a presidential caucus or primary. Now, Ted Cruz, I'm going to be realistic about this. Ted Cruz is a white man. He's a white Latino. Okay. He is. But we have seen a lot of white liberals, like Gregg Popovich always talking about Latino and black people. Is Ted Cruz not Latino enough for you? Because he has different political opinions? This man is pathetic, man. He is absolutely pathetic. And when he actually retires from coaching in the NBA, that'll be another step towards getting the NBA back to some type of normalcy and not politicizing everything. He's got to go. Steve Kerr's got to go. LeBron James got to go. Adam Silver's got to go. And they got to get out of bed with China. I mean, Coach Wokovich, why don't you say anything about China? Because he doesn't want to hurt his bottom line. He's talking about politicians. He doesn't want to kill the NBA's bottom line by criticizing China. I've never heard Wokovich say one single thing about China. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.